Pretty good, pretty tired. Had my 10th tutorial this term. Very nice. Congratulations. 10th. That's this term though, that's crazy. We're on our 15th so far, I think. How did your date go? Oh, it was good. But basically, she is Chinese and she is going back home for Chinese New Year, and so I saw her and she was leaving the country in like 3 days. So it's been put on hold. Thank you for asking. But it was nice. I got something called Delicious Sour, which is a nice drink. I wanted to get some amaretto sour, but they didn't have it. May I ask what you study in studio as undergrad? As in me as undergrad, or you as undergrad? Well, I study in studio. That's very broad as well. I studied many things in undergrad. You know, I studied pneumatics, balloons. I studied like parts of the Bible. Not really studied, but it was part of the project. I studied how to draw latex, how to create latex, how to cast a pig head, how to make things float. So a lot of different things. Also, I was always curious how you find the Bartlett Studios building. Do you spend most of your time there? Yes, so far, I mean, for the past year or so, I have been spending most of my time here. I like the studios. I wish I had a more private spot, but this is also not bad because I'm quite close to the hallway, which people walk by, and sometimes it gets kind of embarrassing that I'm talking. But it's nice. We got a good amount of space. We have like 2 decks of shelf above this and a pretty big desk. The desk is this big. It's a good amount of space. Like I can fit 2 monitors on the table, no problem. Hello, movie. How you doing, man? Oh, movie says, oh, Captain. Can we get W Fins in the chat, guys? Please, please, for me, please. W Fins in the chat. I'll start it. W Fins, please. But in the building's okay. The building gets a bit noisy when you're doing crits in the landing area. But overall, it's very nice. It's pretty spacious. It's better than like almost every single school I've been to. Like literally every school that I have been to. It's better studios than that. Better building as well. Most schools you don't even get a whole building. I think having a whole building is nice. You feel a bit more special, and you don't. I guess you just have more space, I guess. And it makes you feel special when you like no one else in other degrees can go into your building. And like my friend who switched from architecture at UCL into project management now hates, or he realized just how good he had it, or we have it now, because he has to walk around the entire campus for lectures and stuff, and he has no desk space, so he has to just go to the library to work, versus we have desks that are ours. So that's really nice. Successful day, yeah, it was a successful day, I think. Happy Chinese New Year, you as well. It's today, isn't it? The year of the snakes. Jen, what animal are you? I am a dragon. Yes, W Fin. Can we get more W Fins, please? Please, guys, I'm begging you. It will make my day. Thank you, movie, for the W Fin. Yes, that's exactly it. Thank you, movie. And I swear I'll get to your portfolio soon. Dude, it's so dense though. God damn. So I'm gonna get to your dense pages soon. Oh yeah, back to the studio. Yep. I'm gonna be here every day now. Probably. No more screaming in my room. It's gonna be ASMR now. I hope you guys can hear fine, by the way. How is the volume? I can't believe they're not saying WFin, man. This chat sucks. Do you think you still have your undergrad application portfolio? Totally, man.
Undergrad, I don't think. Well, maybe I put it like.
That would be dope if I could reveal that.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see Finn's undergrad application portfolio? Remember what you did, right? Oh, because you had the summer school stuff as well, right?
Just trying to think.
Easy W. Finn's trying to find it. Don't worry.
No, I would want to see it.
Yeah, WFin, WFin. But yeah, back in the studio. Good vibes. Good vibes. I got bananas back. I haven't had one in a while.
There's free drank stuff.
Wi-Fi fucked.
W banana, for sure. Movie, what food are you eating today? Is your mom cooking up some nice dishes? Also, Shohei says she doesn't believe that you're 6'5". Can you prove to us that you're 6'5"? And now officially label as my tallest viewer. Paneer tikka masala. Oh, that sounds classic. Let me check it out. Paneer tikka. Quite chunky, these ones. Big pieces. That's that chicken breast, right? Yummy. It doesn't look too spicy. You're 6'5"? Send photo. Photo evidence. Ah, it's veggie. Tastes like chicken, a little spicy, and the masala rice. Very nice, very nice. I don't really know what I'm gonna eat tonight, to be honest. Oh boy. What? You really are a food hunter, yes. I used to play this game called Monster Hunter. And I guess I've evolved into the next stage. Food Hunter. Such a good game. But yeah, I love food videos. Hey, wanna see my bathroom tile selection render? Hell yeah. Do you wanna send it to like Discord or something? Did you guys get invited to the Thursday tutorial or are there others? Thursday tutorial? No idea. I guess I'm not invited. Are there others? What do you mean by that, Rumble? Yeah, Discord, maybe? Dreams past students. Let me see. I don't think I got anything. Dreams past students. Do you know who? Well, I definitely didn't get anything. I'm gonna ask Finn. Apparently they're having a tutorial on Thursday. Dreams past students.
I'm doing
Did you get one? This Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? An email?
Yeah.
Am I on it? Is it just you?
I think Natalia's on it as well. But Dad emailed it last Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm not invited. I don't think so. But Finn is. Finn's going. And Natalia from our unit. Posted. Okay, let me check. Oh. Oh, what the? Damn, it's pretty nice. It looks real.
It's one of their movies.
Yeah. His tile renders.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Tile selection render.
Technically crisp.
Yeah.
I would say compositionally though. The line, like, you know.
Oh, I talk to.
I would say like if you look at you
gotta get real close to that.
architectural interior photography. I feel like it's with a render you should approach it the same way you would with photography, where it's like they're always like aligned to face exactly the wall, like the composite. You know, I feel like you don't get that like 3/4 angle kind of thing so much.
True. Can you hear him movie?
Like I think just straighten up the cam.
Frontal view.
full frontal nudity.
Yeah.
Or like you see like this, so you get like everything's like
Both showing
one
me.
point perspective.
Yeah.
So you
Sure.
get-
Yeah. I'll get a frontal shot.
You know what? We go to the second one. I mean, they're really technically.
This one's a bit better. This one, I think that this one's more like
Yeah.
if you're going from the side, you go more from the side.
And
you know?
also put the focal length down a bit so that you're getting more like a wider field of view a little bit. Because like I don't like that see the top of that thing's cut off.
Yeah. They can't see my screen actually. Fuck. Let me just get that.
That's exactly it. That's the quickest response I've ever seen.
How did you do this? That's crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
See, like I think that's really nice. That's crazy.
How did you do that in real time?
Responding to feedback in real, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's
Next
exactly
one?
what he means.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
busted.
Look at, like. Yeah.
Yeah. I zoom in.
But yeah, I mean, apart from that, it's like very, very accomplished, I would say.
Mm.
Nice.
Like-
That marble at the top's really, really nice.
Yeah. Well, how even do you do this? What
It's
is
like,
like
an
a
emissive texture with
Yeah.
like a
actually like a
super nice.
translucent panel?
Yeah, I mean, crisp, can't complain. Is this his design as well, or is it just like a visualization exercise?
Yeah, movie. Is this? No, I
Like-
think this is your company, right? Movie. You say you have a company. The ceiling is stretch cloth ceiling. Stretch cloth. Let's see what that is. I think movie is way more of an architect than. Oh shit. Stretch cloth ceiling. What the hell?
It's kind of cool.
I'm looking at stretch
That's
cloth.
that's fucking mold city.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like the ultra fast drying towels you get for swimmers.
That's super nice though.
That's my personal ongoing work. Yeah. So you just.
So it's like his design. And
Yeah, I guess. So are you trying out options for yourself to see?
But like, what I'm asking is like, is this like an exercise in like actually trying to design something, or is it more like it doesn't really matter what the thing is as long as it looks good in a render type thing? Like, is this more just like to create portfolio work for like a viz business?
I think, yeah, movie. Do you guys have to like build it as well, or like find contractors? You can't hear you.
I'm just saying, is this your like, is this an exercise in design? Like, are you like, is this a space you've designed, or is it more just like you're trying to like improve your rendering skills, and it's kind of like inconsequential what the thing looks like, except that it looks nice in a render? I guess what's the difference? I guess that is design.
Going 2 mics, man.
Oh, for the client. So it's like actual work.
Yeah. Like for real, they're gonna have to build this.
That's cool.
Strange cloth though. Wait, so doesn't the cloth get wet?
It's nice.
I just plugged 2 microphones in that. So let's see. This is gonna be insane if it works. We're going to the final tiles tomorrow. And the main thing, this client is in London right now. Ah. Can you tell me a bit more about Strench Cloth? Please. Oh, Chris is still here? Nice. That sounds good to me. You guys have two microphones now. So if it ever needs to speak, he's got his own fucking microphone. You just turn it off by switching to this side and on to this side. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I think that's a bit too loud. Because it's going all red, okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Nice.
Someone designed this.
Yeah, it's a 6.5 absolute giga chads design for his client who is currently in London, and this is Strench Cloth.
Strange cloth.
Stretch Cloth. It's this.
Mm-hmm.
And actually architecture. I don't know how that works. Oh, for a bathroom ceiling, that's crazy. Oh, stretch ceiling. Oh wow, that's actually a thing. Giant light. All right, movie. It's amazing. You will get in detail. Shohei says it's the same one as her house. And Shohei's got a nice place, so movie, you've done well, man. Thank you for sharing. That is very cool. I did not know what a Strench Cloth is. No worries, brother. What else have I not seen from Discord? I have not seen this. You're telling me that your client is building this as well. Where are you getting these clients? Wow. The villa is in Goa. Goa. What's Goa? Where's Goa? Goa state in India. Oh wow. Movie, are you like a kingpin in India? Like the architecture mafia? Can I come work for you? Goa Beach Villa. Oh wow. Very nice. No, I'm just a regular architect here. That's great that you're getting so many like jobs that are so cool. Seems like you have a good amount of freedom with the design and stuff. And you're directly working with the client, which is amazing. Oh wow. Cooties out here helping people. We got the blob. Face down blob. This feels like a image that could cure hangovers. Oh, this is the Dubai Palm Islands, right? It looks like it. Or like a face hugger from Alien movies. Can I share? I have no idea actually. I just assumed you could share.
Man, this is quite a popping off community.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a while. Yeah, movie out here answering questions for me correctly as well. Bro knows.
Moderator.
Yeah, movie is Discord mod. Well, they can't see the whole thing.
Hello, kittens.
Julius. Who's Julius? Haven't even seen Julius in chat. It looks like he finished everything in Photoshop, but did the drafting in Rhino. You're goddamn right. The site plan render is from Lumion, and other is Photoshop. Sure. Drafting in Rhino. Agree. Oh, I'm confused now. What?
SketchUp gives me the fear now.
This is quite cool though.
It kind of gives me church vibes.
Yeah. This is like the Tadao church.
Yeah,
The white thing. Is your mic on?
No. So.
Okay. You should turn it on.
Yeah,
Why
I'll
not?
turn it on specifically.
Yeah. Because they can hear you. I'll just be mumbling to some random. Oh, from the back.
That's,
Oh,
pretty nice.
4 guests.
Looks familiar.
Turn that shit on.
That is on.
It is?
on. It's on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I didn't see the green wave.
Yeah, it's kind of. What does it look like? It's nice. It's pretty good. It's kind of getting like black pills on squares, though. Generally speaking.
This is nice.
I think I hate all architecture. I don't know if I can think of a building I like anymore.
Yeah, that's good. Move. You gotta send us more options. You gotta get Finn back on the love.
I mean, I'm just into tents. I think I just want to live in a tent.
Now this is the ultimate architecture. No, just face down on the grass, like a splash of jizz on the grass.
Yeah. Wait, do you think they're getting double feedback from the mics? Do you think they're hearing you twice? Probably
No,
not.
I think they no. Oh, if I turn this down, it
Right,
shouldn't
what if I put this here?
Yeah, I think it's
Let me see
fine.
what it sounds like.
got the professional sound
there's a
checker
little bit
too.
of echo, I think.
Oh my god. Damn, we can't be too close now.
What if I turn this down?
Yeah, I turn mine down as well.
Yeah, I think that's quite good.
Yeah, okay. Oh, someone sent some. Oh, it's a fake play button. Today, everything has become the same everywhere. There's the idea that the generic city is interesting, but maybe the generic city just sucks. Why do I feel like Thomas Heatherwick wrote this? It's not wrong. Oh, he's posted more. Movies got us more content. No way. Yeah, okay. Amazing detail. Oh, Daniel Lebietzkin. I bet he didn't do the detail though. I thought the guy likes sharp stuff. Should I get you a mic as well at some point? Extend the mic all the way. This is really fucking nice. The bricks. Yo, movie, this is really nice. I mean, the bathtub is a little bit dark, but maybe gray would be dark gray. It's just a bit too dark, but this, oh my god. So you like bricks?
That is like similar brick that is being used in my toilet. I like it. Really nice.
I've just been complimenting your bathroom, then, I guess.
How do I join
There's a link in there. Discord. Oh.
No, if you're
Wait, I gotta change the link real quick. Where should it be? It's on the. Here we go. Edit. How do I edit this? Oh yeah. Okay, it should be updated. Hey. Welcoming Finn to the server. Client wanted black. I tried to convince him, but it's his money. Yeah, true. But maybe you can make it look a bit. I mean, if you want black, I doubt he minds it. But as a render, it could look a bit nicer if it wasn't completely solid black. It's really nice.
See, I think this is a much better type of architecture, generally for me.
Yes, let's look at what Ben's looking at. Yeah, you go ahead, Ben. Tell him why. Give him a little thoughts.
I just want to disassimilate from this society. Get away from everyone.
That's great.
No, I just think we'll be a little happier living like this. And also, you know, if you go camping for a while, I feel like you figure out. It's like you rediscover why architecture exists in the first place. Wait, I wonder if I'm too quiet. Hold on. That's better. Yeah, I feel like when I went camping, I like figured out why architecture exists fundamentally, and like why we do the things, and like you have the fire. It's like the classic like space around a fire is how building started.
The primal hut.
Yeah, the primal hut, exactly.
I'll tell Jamie to pull the primal hut up.
Yeah, Jamie, pull up the primal hut. What book was that? It was like the.
Oh no, it's vernacular or something, right? Something about vernacular. Yeah, it's this thing.
No, do you remember that book we had to read in first year, or that was on the reading list? It was like a black book, and it had like colored lines going around it, and it was like it was something about environment and architecture.
Guys, if you ever have to look into vernacular architecture, you'll probably have to research the primitive hut. This is the OG architecture, like the first architecture, I guess. Do you guys ever go camping? 'Cause I enjoy camping as well. The Finn architecture, yes sir. It's real, natural, raw architecture. Very functional. Super immediate. You are interacting with every bit. You're building every bit of this thing yourself. You know exactly where you're gathering things from. You know exactly how to assemble it. You know exactly what each bit does. Nothing is wasted. That movie, this is so nice. It's also giving Ex Machina vibes. I like the first one, but I think I like this one better. It says Finn Echo. On Finn's mic?
I haven't figured out the volume I need to be at yet.
I think that mic is shittier, so it echoes more. This mic is more focused on like around here.
Yeah, this is okay.
Sorry, movie. Thank you so much for letting us know. Truly the model god. This is also busted in architecture. Rumbo says, I just found out he also did a project with skateboarding. Guessing he's talking about you?
Yeah, that was a pretty bad project.
When was that?
Second year.
What? Do you want to tell the story of your two just Not remembering.
Oh yeah, I saw my tutors from that year and they just didn't know my name. I had a different haircut though, to be fair. Yeah, embarrassing.
Rumble, how did you find that out actually? Is UG14 recommended? Would you recommend?
They're okay. They're very nice tutors. It depends if you're self-driven or not. I think you need to be like self-driven if you're going to a unit like that, because the tutors are used to master's students, because they came from masters, and I think they were like used to people who like were pretty self-led in their design, so they didn't like necessarily push you to work more than you were gonna work anyway, which I think is, it just depends on the type of person you are. Well, I'm learning more and more is that it doesn't matter where you are for your unit. It's just you just gotta do what you want to do.
Can you send me the link? I'll put it.
It's not good.
Pretty good. The first one joining us all. Oh man. Axel.
This thing.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I guess it was second year though.
I didn't know how to use CAD in second.
Mine. Yeah, from years ago.
I was just learning CAD at the end of the hand drawing. I can source that in Discord, man. Guys, should Ben post the link in Discord? Movie. What's up, man? I'm waiting for Finn to work. He's waiting, man. Your fan. We like to doom scroll the summer show website as a hobby. That is actually like, I get it, but I don't. Maybe that's the thing, because Brother Kiosk is like not as big. Because I've never really doom scrolled summer show, except for if I'm with friends once in a very long time, maybe. Because the website's too laggy. It's a load for like 20 seconds every time. Rumble, should I doom scroll the summer show until I find yours? I was the one that did it. Have you guys seen Finn's work? You guys have, though, right? I mean, I know Rumble has. What movie are you trying to go for the summer show? Oh, true, Rumble. You're second year. True. What the heck?
That's exactly the same as my third year plan.
Yeah.
Look at that.
pull that up and sent it. It's in the Discord. I hope to leave a good mark with this second year, with this year 2, and make the Barlick kiosk one day. Don't worry, brother. You shall. Where are you gonna post your work though? Like, how's Barlick kiosk even gonna see it? Alright, pulling that shit up. Go ahead, Finn. I will be your Jamie.
Yeah, this is look at that plan, and then look at my my plan from last year. Exactly the fucking same, except a little bit worse as I got older. Yeah, I didn't do much from the plan last year.
This is really fucking nice.
Yeah, my third year plan was really good. I do like it.
Trees. It's got longer.
Thanks, movie.
Yeah, section cooked as well, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure I was told once that my feedback after my presentation was amazing plan, shame about the section for that project.
External people?
No, it was like one of the year heads, I can't remember.
Oh, I see. Damn. It's tough.
Yeah, that's my third year work that Kelvin is showing right now. And then my fourth year is the one with the horses.
Yeah, this is fourth year. And I'll just give you a second. Yeah, this is third year. We're both very against drugs.
Yeah, drugs are for kids.
Facts. Got Vinland Saga vibes. Yeah, Finn doesn't watch anime though, but he is a Vinland man. Can we get a W Finn? Guys, can we please get more than one W Finns? Yana, can you get a W Finn, please?
W Finn? What's poppin'?
Look, I have two
Welcome back.
Do you see this power right here?
Wow.
What is W Finn? It just means like I love you.
Oh,
Finn.
we're talking about
Well
Finn's
done.
architecture. W Finn.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Finn. Rumble, please, Rumble. I know you're there. Please give us the
you're gonna get echo.
Oh. Hi guys. Do you remember me? What was his name again? You know the one.
Oh, Harry, Marcus,
No. The other one.
Cootie.
Cootie sauce.
Cootie's not here though.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Jesus
Kelvin
Christ,
Does
my
Architecture. This is Finn's mushroom project from third year in Unit 3, I believe.
True.
And he was looking at he was looking at spores, and if you guys are lucky, you can see my project from last. Oh no, I'm kidding, but you can see something of mine. No, let's absolutely not do that, Kelvino, because it doesn't exist on the website. Anyhow, she is right, but this year I shall be popping off. Watch this space.
Should we pull that
Nottingham portfolio.
Yeah.
I can do. To flex on these. No.
Is
We
it
don't.
online somewhere?
No, but if you look at the Ken Roberts Drawing Awards from Dallas University, Texas, I am top Wait, are you joking?
No.
And then if you go on the maybe 50th annual memorial delineation. No. For 2023 maybe. Ah, Miss Kaya. I didn't even. Oh, you can't even see my face.
We're just showing. Where's AI?
I don't know.
That's not AI. Where's that come from?
You go on 2023. I know. Weird flex, but okay. No, if you go on history. No, history. Oh, choose a year. Choose a year. Choose a year. No. Right.
Oh.
2023. Oh, would you look at that? Whose name is that?
Did you win?
I did win.
Are you winning, son?
I did win.
Oh, straight into the image. This is AI.
No, this is all hand drawn. This is before the days of AI. Are you joking? Are you fucking with me? No, so this drawing popped off. It was about.
Did she cook or what?
Did she cook or what? This drawing was a experimental drawing, and it was looking for the concept. And my whole thing was about the three fates in Greek mythology. So if you look closer, you can see that little outline. And then it slowly became like a loom, and then it became a loom of telling time. And it was my undergrad drawing from Nottingham with Unit 4B. Yeah, Unit 4B.
This is AI, right?
No. Oh, that one. Yes. Maybe.
A board for
That one
instance,
is.
emerging technology.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that was all hand drawn.
What is that?
I don't know. It just vibes. Vibes in that. Wow, that's great, Alex.
That's like,
Wait, why are they calling me Alex? Because people do call me Alex.
I think
Alpha from Pack!
how did they know you're Alex though?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Alexandra. Thank you. I'll show you the stuff I'm doing at the moment, like the Bartlett, if you want, at some point.
Yes.
Because I've been painting. And it looks pretty good. Although it is tough here, guys.
Tell me about it.
So, I just had a tutorial, and it's the first one after Christmas. Oh, nothing.
Okay.
But, thank you, Movie Mania with UK, question mark. Oh, 7, actually. I can't see up to there. But it's kind of stressful because we're getting at the point in the term where DR is kicking in. And DR's a technical report that we have to do with our buildings. But it is quite difficult because it suggests that you need a design by now, and many people have just been vibing, like myself. But I will keep you updated with how it goes. But the undergrad project was very conceptual, so let's maybe.
I don't know where you're drawing. I can't find it.
This is from 2024. I was 2023. Oh, but it was really fun. I have the hand drawn one at somewhere at home, I think. But it's 3 drawings put together, done separately. But it looks, I don't know, it was cool at the time, but I have popped off since then. Is this hand drawing? It is Movie Mania with UK7.
It's AI.
It's AI, guys.
You know what's funny is I was like expecting a punch there. I think I've been sitting away for too long. I was like fully in there.
No. This is so exciting that you have 2 microphones, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Proper thing.
Vale, I'm gonna go and get a drink from downstairs. Would you guys like one?
If there's anything gluten free, yeah, I'll have a wine.
Okay.
I'm okay for now.
Okay.
But I think people are going to the club.
ICBA. I mean, I will, but ICBA. But lovely to see you guys again. I hope you missed me. I'm sure you did. And I'll be back, seeing as Kelvin has now moved back into our home spaceship.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should look at some portfolios soon.
Yes. Bye, guys. Peace out. Peace out.
I hope you guys enjoy that. Alright, we should do some work, shouldn't we? And need tutorial of third year project. That animation. How is he gonna show this though?
I don't know.
You can hop onto mine. Like,
But what do I want to? How do I get it?
I don't even know. Just tell them like what software it's in. I'll open it up.
Okay.
Real quick. Yeah, we don't want to take up too much of Finn's time, so let's just do this.
No, I mean, I'm not doing anything productive anyway. No, wait, hold on, get it up on the main screen.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take it. You can. Where's the? How do I control the
I
actual?
go to this one. Yeah.
Does it matter if I do this? Just so I can see
Oh,
straight.
it's super enlarged now.
Oh, why?
I think it's used to this screen size. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's not. Yeah. As long as you keep it. Yeah. As long as
Anyway.
Or you can drag the OBS to here. Yeah. Drag it to here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sweet. Okay. So this is my project. Hold on, I'm getting a bit of echo. This is a Spore of the Ineffable, which is a very bad title, which I came up with, I think, on the day of the summer show coming out. Because Dan was like, your title is just not good. I can't remember what it used to be. But yeah, so it was basically a project looking at how, it was basically making a space that was for taking psychedelics, but in a controlled way, and it was sort of informed by traditional rituals and shamanistic practices and these sorts of things.
How did you come up with this idea?
I think so. The project started by reading actually another Michael Pollan book called How to Change Your Mind, where he writes about him like trying guided mushroom experiences. He goes like to underground like shamans and stuff, and he tries to see what the psychedelic experience is all about. So I started with that, and then from that I started looking at traditional yeah, like, or I guess indigenous or situated ways of relating to psychoactive substances. And yeah, and then I just messed about in Blender for for the rest of the time. I mean, it's funny looking back on like undergrad work, and the research is so sparse, and like it's very simple concept, you know, it's very like surface level engagement with things, and like there's a bit of social critique, but I think it's important undergrad that you're just trying things out, and not everything has to be perfect before you actually execute on ideas, because I don't think people are going to judge you too much if your like ideas are a little bit surface level, because you're like 21 at the oldest, you know, and it's kind of chill. But like, you know, I hate this render a lot, but we needed an exterior one for the marking criteria, so that was like the plan. Oh my god, the plan is good, I will say. This is just to describe it, the whole plan was based around like a ritual, like a series of events that happen in order to prepare for the trip, and the plan kind of followed that ritual. Maybe it's easier to see in section actually, where you have like a process of like growing the mushrooms, you pick them up, like, then you make them into like a mushroom tea, and then you kind of go into this thing. But the whole point was that like as the person went on a trip, the building itself kind of turned the environment into a trip, like it kind of externalized the experience, which is what this stuff was all about. And I made an animation that like essentially, I'll turn the volume off because it's probably copyright, but basically the animation goes through this process of like, if you were someone coming to the site, this is how you would experience the building. Like hypothetically, you're coming here to do like a mushroom trip, so you'd come, you'd come on the train, and this is like where the building was. It was beside this lake, and the whole idea was the building was like made of mycelium. Like mycelium was part of the building, so people would come and they'd go into the forest and they'd like collect something, and they'd sort of feed the building so that the building would like keep a trace of all these people who've come to do a trip there, because they would like bring organic matter that they would find on this walk where they discuss the trip. So this is like, they find a stick, and then the stick sort of gets added to the building, and it becomes like food for the building to kind of grow and feed on. So there's like a symbolic kind of giving back, which was an important part of the like psychology of a good trip, is like this give and take and balance of things. And then sun goes down, so yeah, the whole trip like is orchestrated around the time of day, so the sun would go down, and then as the person would begin their trip, the forest itself would light up and like externalize the psychedelic experience to kind of mirror what was happening inside. So these things would like light up the forest in a way that was sort of like, I think also because the unit brief was about color, so like there was an equivocation between color and the psychedelic experience. So I mean, it's again kind of surface level analysis, but sometimes that produces the best stuff. So this is where they would pick the mushrooms, and there was some like, I guess, technical research into how that's done, like the perfect conditions for growing and these things. Yeah, and then after they do that, they make the mushroom tea, which I think is about the next shot. Yeah, so there's like this fire, and this is like very. Yeah, I actually made, that was a photo scanned object I made. I like actually made that thing and grew mushrooms around it, then I scanned it back in to make this like mycelium cup or whatever. And then yeah, this is like the trip beginning, and you go across this bridge and you go across the water, and it's yeah. And then this like final room lights up, and this is like the place where the trip happens. And this next shot's my favorite, where the lights go doo 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 doo. Wait for it, like doo 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 doo. Yeah. So pretty cool. And then yeah, that's it. That's the animation. But it was all done in Blender. All the modeling was actually done. It is very similar to Blender. I would have used Blender now to do all the modeling, but we actually did it in VR. But it's all sub-D, typical sub-D modeling stuff. And then animated in Blender. Animation is actually a lot easier than people think. It's like you're just taking a still render and then moving a camera through it most of the time. And if there's a moving thing in the scene, it's like very simple. But animations are quite impressive, but they do take a lot of time to make, just because of the render time and like getting the camera movement right, and you always end up having to redo it because it's kind of hard to tell before you've actually rendered the full thing out. Oh, actually this thing's at the wrong speed, like the water's moving way too quick or something. So it ends up taking a lot of time, which is why I've opted against doing animation, like last year, for example, because I think there's something more challenging and also a bit more rewarding about making a single image, which tends to like say a lot more than an animation, like, or there's something more impactful about an image which leaves a little bit more to the imagination sometimes than an animation, which reveals quite a lot and it's quite explicit, especially animations that are like fly through, like drone point of view. Like no one experiences a building that way. It's not like, I think the point of renders, and like this is like one of my biggest pet peeves, is people think a render is just like, oh, I've done a model, here's the model. But the render is like supposed to convey something more than just the form, but it's like the experience of a place and also the like relationships within that place and these things. So there's just something about being able to create an image which does all of those things, which I think is what makes really strong images. And that's like the things I like most about last year's project, were like these images that have a lot of depth to them and like, yeah, aesthetic value and stuff. I don't know. Wait, what's the questions? Thoughts while developing the concept. The concept, honestly, I can't remember. This was like a few years ago now, like 3 or 4 years ago. Concept, very simple concept. I think a lot of that year was actually more to do with just pushing the technical side of things, like learning how to 3D model and learning how to animate, and the project kind of was built around that. So I was interested in making images primarily, and then secondarily it's like, how do I make a project that allows me to do that? Plus it was just something I was interested in, but it was quite an intuitive process where see, actually, Kelvin, see that drawing on the left there, I usually in the past, like especially in undergrad, we always start by doing hand drawing in projects, and then just like very, very intuitively, and it's not like super technical or anything, but it's just, you have a simple concept. That drawing on the left there was like, I was trying to draw the life cycle of a mushroom from spore into getting eaten, and it's very like abstract, but you do the drawing and then like I sort of model on top of it, and that's like a render that image. But yeah, anyway, it's just intuitive, but there's like something valid about just trying to explore like the digital production process, and not worrying too much about like the concept being super sharp. But then in masters, I think especially this year, a lot of emphasis has been about like conceptual clarity as opposed to just technical execution. But you don't have to do everything all the time. You can do one or the other and then like bring it all together at the end. But I tend to like, I think the way my process has now emerged is where you have a lot of research and you just try and understand the thing to the point where you now have an intuition about it, and then you can just start modeling, and you just model and then iterate, and you don't really worry about getting things like wrong or making like a wrong space, because it's a student project anyway. No, like, yeah. But yeah, that last year's project was my favorite I've ever done for sure. Simple concept again, horses living in London. Horses own the land. There was like a bespoke community land trust that allowed these horses within my project to be like, the whole project was questioning like, what would development look like if you give sort of rights of land to an animal, for example, and yeah, that and then same sort of process where I just intuitively developed from that, looking at like history of horses, forms of horses, like using the project as an experiment for questioning like, what would a space for a horse look like, what would it need to have, and these very like simple questions end up leading through the process of making to quite deep insights and relationships with like cohabitation and domestication. Yeah. How did I go from Blender to Plan? It's a good question. I didn't like the plan, I just draw separately. Like I will maybe take a very like basic render or like cut through the model, but what you see on the plan, like I've only modeled about 10% of that or like 20%, and the rest of it is just like drawn in Rhino in 2D, because there's something nice about having both processes as a separate thing. Like I think some people will do a model and then just take the plan from it. Like they'll just use make 2D and there's your plan. But there's something nice about, at least for me, because I only ever really 3D model from a camera view, so I'll pick the view quite early on in the process and then just work up the model to that composition. So when I'm finished, I only have like these very selected fragments of the building that are actually modeled, and it ends up that the drawing process or the process of making a plan is where I'm then resolving how these things connect, and the plan is really a process of like connections and like arranging spaces as opposed to making spaces, where like the render for me is like a very key tool for like exploring how to make a space, and the plan is like how do you then connect those spaces and relate them to a context and relate them to a site and these things, and then it works back and forth, where then after you've done the plan you figure out, oh well, within this plan I've found a relationship or like a moment which maybe in like highlights some specific relationship to site. Like for example, if you go down on my last year's project, like that up the one above this one, like this render was done after I'd done a plan, because then you start thinking about, well, how does this start to touch the existing buildings, like on the left of this composition, like how does my building then start to interrelate to these things, and yeah. But the plan is just, technically just all drawn in Rhino, if you're interested in the software stuff.
I just want to say something real quick, right? You were talking about how like a second year or third year level is like very superficial and like light intellectual kind of take on things. But then you see like the skyscrapers next to us, the office buildings, which like when you work it, it's like, I had a site that was next to the river, so they're like, well, what can we do with the facade? We gotta go blue, right? To fucking extend the water onto the land. So they just choose a blue facade.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's like a problem with how buildings are built these days. It's more just operating on like a completely different I can hear myself. You're operating on like according to profit and these things and the clients, and so your scope as an architect is super limited once you get into practice, because you know it's all money based, and like concept doesn't make anything cheaper, doesn't make anything better for the client or for the developers, at least in the immediate term. And they have no like responsibility to the building long term. They have no interest, so that there's no one paying for like good concept or good social values within a project, because it doesn't make money essentially.
And I think that's why education is super important, because then once you have, because there's no the demand for it, there's no demand for good design, so therefore we don't get paid for it. But then if people have more knowledge about what we can do as architects, for example, if everyone has seen Finn's project, for example, they will be like, fuck, why am I living in a block that looks like, you know, your everyday mail can or something, I don't know, mailbox. Why can I live somewhere with a bit of horse hooves as my columns? And first of all, you just got to show people all these things if they can see it. And I mean, it's like watching every like YouTube content of like people that just try to entertain you with some cool ideas, but they don't I don't know, they don't apply it. And it's like seeing people apply it that makes you think, oh, we can have better things. And then you start asking for better things, and then people that make better things start getting paid instead of like crap that usually gets built.
Yeah, but also like I guess the more you think about it, the more cynical or depressing it all becomes, because it seems like in the academic world there's so much imagination in these things, but I think the real challenge going forward, or the real challenge of our time, is essentially like, how do you actually execute these things or make these things happen in a system that really doesn't understand how to value them properly, or how to like make these things come about. And obviously like the simple like kind of knee-jerk answer is like, oh well, we go like socialist or communist or like something anti-capitalist, which is maybe true, but it's also like complete utopic thinking, and it's hard to it's more important that we think of like, how do you start operating with the tools we have now in order to, and I mean it's a huge question, nobody knows, but it seems like it's going the other direction, where things are becoming more and more simple and more standardized, and because it is cheaper. But also, I mean, there is a practical argument to be made of like, there is a housing crisis and there do need to be more things built, but I mean, the whole system's operating in a quote unquote fucked way. Yes, the horse project was also down in Iffy last year in Masters, when they had their Masters unit. Movie, what do you mean by sustainable approach towards project?
What the hell is that?
Is that like within like sustainable for my mental health? Or like, do I have like a sustainable like agenda for the project? Because I mean, there is like the DR module, which we had like a lot of stuff to do on. Yeah, I think so. We had like the DR module, which is separate from the design one, which is where we have to discuss, or like, essentially like figure out how the building will be like environmentally viable and structurally viable and these things. But I mean, this horse one was like inherently sustainable. And that was kind of one of the core principles, just because so much of it was about like, well, if you're building a place for horses, it's just like, obviously it's going to be somewhat sustainable, because the logic is that horses require a set of like pastures and like vegetations and these sorts of things. And that was kind of the whole point of using the animal as like as a client, essentially, was like an experimental tool of
More socially aware.
Yeah, it was like a way of like hypothesizing how you could develop in a more sustainable way. But yeah, I mean, like technically speaking, the sustainability was like a bit loose. It was just like more first principles, as opposed to like, oh, I'm using this type of ventilation and stuff. I mean, there was discussion on ventilation, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, not the most important thing, I guess. Well, I mean, it was important, but I think more of the emphasis on the project was like the wider philosophical or social goals, as opposed to like the technical. Like, I don't know how you'd build most of it, to be honest. I mean, there was an understanding of materials, but again, it didn't really go. It was a huge project in scope. So.
That is very cool, though. It's like, I mean, this year.
Yeah. No, but yeah, this term or this year is definitely like a different pace for sure. Whereas a lot of this fifth year has been research so far, and there hasn't actually been much design, which is a little bit terrifying. But I'm starting to get into the modeling again this week, so hopefully over the next month or so, you guys will see some updates on some Blender stuff.
Yeah, we have no idea what LEED rules are. At least I don't have any idea what that is.
Sounds like a DR type thing.
Sounds like some I don't know. It's I'm sure it does good. But it just becomes a box ticking thing, right? I don't know.
I mean, these kind of rules and like systems are important for managing things when it gets to the practice level. Like, I think policy is like one of the only tools we have to regulate corporations, but I think it's important at academic level to expand the like imaginative potential of these things, where it's like I wouldn't get so caught up in, oh, like, does this meet some policy or like planning thing. Like, obviously almost zero projects in the entire bar that would pass planning regulations, but that's kind of unimportant, because like this is the one space you get in university to imagine, like, without those specific constraints.
And it's like basically when you have these standards or these rules, then it becomes more expensive to test new ideas, because to have a new solution to things, it requires experiments, and to run experiments you need funding for it. So rather than getting new funding to try new experiments, most companies would just do the same thing over and over again. So if there's one sustainability strategy that works, every company would try to jump on that, so they don't have to develop their own. And then you just get very similar designs, because they're using the same plans or same sections, same ideas for their buildings, and they all pass the regulation for sure. But then they just become very bland in terms of design, and also in terms of strategies. There's just no new ones, right? That's another side to look at for like rules, especially for when you're in school. I guess you can experiment with more things. You don't need to worry about funding all that stuff. Because when I look at your projects, it feels like you have a lot of freedom, and it's pure architecture. It is pure, I guess.
Yeah, true.
I guess what Finn says as well is like he tries to make places that he wants to live in.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most basic intuition you have, right, as a designer. Is like, would I want to be here? And I think if you're not taking that box, at the least, then you shouldn't. Like, what are you doing? You know.
I would very much happy to be at this pub right now. I am mentally there, you know, having a podcast like in this fucking this table right here.
Yeah, it is a little bit Peaky Blinders.
Which one's your favorite render, Finn?
I like that one there. That's probably my favorite, just because it's like cowboy vibes. It's just nostalgic.
This one feels like werewolves.
I think the whole process of architecture generally is like like maybe not under this philosophy of this unit this year, but like, you know, you have at least when you're learning how to design, it's like you have the things that you like, and you're trying to explore those and like imagine those things and design them, but then also have that come up against a social responsibility, and you're also trying to learn about like what does the world need and what other people need and what the communities need, and you're kind of trying to figure out how your understanding of the world can start integrating itself with a broader set of realities that people have, or understandings. And it's like this negotiation, I think, is design. Design is like a conversation or dialogue between two things, and that's where architecture becomes different from art, because art is just like, you don't really have a social responsibility with art. You might have a social agenda, but it's a social, you know, it's just a personal expression essentially, where architecture is not an expression. It's your sensibilities applied to a broader set of social conditions, and you do have a responsibility as a designer.
I guess, yeah, there's like subjective things, which is like your personal interpretation of things, and then there's objective things like sustainability rules. And I mean, right now, I guess we're leaning more towards mostly at least most buildings you see every day is more objective standards. So therefore, it's very easy to justify those things. And I guess if you look more into like old buildings, like palaces and castles, no, at least palaces, or like churches, they're more subjective. They're just designed by the person, and the person has their own freedom of design. So yeah, I guess like somewhere in between would be a good place to be.
Yeah, it's hard to say what the answers are really, because I mean, I guess the philosophy that we're exploring this year within our unit is more that as a designer, your job isn't to impose any of your own agenda. It's to like, the architect is essentially like an ethnographer, someone who goes to a place to try and research or understand what things are already emerging, what practices are already emerging, and to sort of augment or like amplify those. Your job as an architect is to amplify existing solutions to problems instead of trying to come up with the solutions yourself, because I think, which is a very valid point, because I think as an architect, if you try and say, oh, I see this community and they have this problem, here's my solution, I mean, you're completely removed from that actual experience, and there's definitely problems of doing that. But it's an ongoing discussion, I suppose. Finn, what do you look at modern architecture as we're leaning towards high rise and all that? Like, practically, it's all balancing business. How do we implement your ideas? I don't know. That's like the real question, I guess. Is like, how do you bring any of these ideas into reality? And I think it happens on like a much deeper level, or like a much more like, I think what our tutors this year would say is that these things have to start at the level of like the individual, and I think I would say that too. Is like, it's impossible to say, okay, here's a completely new system, this is a better system, and that's like kind of the problem of being, well, that's kind of the problem like revolutions have had, or like complete upheavals of social organization, like socialism in Russia, or all these things. I'm not an expert on that, so I don't know, but like, it seems like it's almost impossible to try and understand the entirety of the world and the economy and the social structures we have, and then say, I have an alternative, because you're inevitably going to get things wrong. So it's more about finding your place within the system, or finding how people who already exist in places and in communities are starting to resist, essentially, the parts of life that they feel like dissatisfying or alienating. And it's probably true that all the solutions are already starting to happen, and your job as an architect is to try and like find where those are happening and build space for them, make space for them, essentially.
So that they can be more permanent.
But yeah, I think the key to all of it is to start thinking on a much smaller scale, and start thinking about like very, very local and situated interventions, as opposed to thinking, oh well, what's the alternative to, what's the next skyscraper, what's like the sustainable skyscraper, or like, but it's more thinking about like, how do we make this community better, and how do we like start a movement here, or like create spaces of like alternate types of living that people want, not what you think life should be as an architect, but what people are already trying to get, and you're just facilitating that essentially as an architect. But yeah, I mean, it depends. But then also, I think at the level of the student project, you're also doing a journey of self-discovery and trying to figure out, well, what is it that you want to live in, and what is your crack. You know, our tutors keep talking about like trying to find cracks to lever open within society. Like, there's cracks within the fabric of our society, and your job as an architect is to go into the crack and lever it open, is what they keep saying, and make it like a bigger part. But you're also, I mean, a part of being a student and like learning architecture is thinking, well, what is it that I want to figure out from life, and questioning like, well, what are the things I want, and how do I think living should be? And not saying that you're going to impose that, but more that you're just on a journey of self-discovery. And I think design, as on a personal level, is like sort of is a process of self-discovery as well. And you're figuring out, oh, well, I like this, and why do I like this, and all these things. Yeah, so it's like you don't have to have all the answers, I suppose. Yeah, look at this crack getting levered open.
Like I think our tutors are super, like they're all about the small movements. Like you shouldn't be designing anything that hasn't already been suggested by the local community. So theirs is more like adding little tiny bits to what's already existing and just making their buildings more permanent, or their sites of like ritual practices more important. And then, you know, like a year ago, if you just said ritual to me, I'd be like, what is that, like, you know, a dragon boat festival or like a tiger dancing for like Chinese New Year's or something? What's the point of that? And I think what they mean by ritual is more as like their ways of living. So if you think about it, like it would be a very sad world if there was no more whatever tiger dancing going on for my fellow Chinese out there. And it would be pretty sad if any Scottish rituals that
Well, there's
go on?
Apelia, I guess, but that's a
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Scottish ritual, the one that on screen. And that's Ben's project, and I think that project was like the writing of the marches and the borders and stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of getting a little bit fed up of rituals, honestly. It's at the point now where people talk about them so much I don't even know what it means anymore. It's like, is everything a ritual? Things become ritualized, but does that just mean it's like habit? I don't know. It's yeah, who knows? I'm kind of getting exhausted with architecture these days.
I mean, the thing is, I would kind of. It's weird, right? Like, you know, the Wallace and Gromit, the clip I always like, with like getting dressed by a machine in the morning and just like not having to move, just have everything done for me. That is kind of nice.
Yeah, but then you realize, what do I want from life?
Yeah, and I would just
Who
be
knows?
a pig that's getting rolled around and, you know, showered and fed.
Yeah, movie, go ahead. I hope your next client likes them. But I will say that they're probably not cheap ideas or profitable, I guess. So who knows? Well, anyway, that's the first
Yeah.
episode of the
Yeah.
late night
Shouldn't talk too much.
podcast in the studio.
Depression cast.
Yeah.
See
ya.
you.
Yeah. That's fucking depression hours. Yeah. What do I want to achieve through architecture? Happiness, meaning. I don't know. At this point, I have no idea. I don't know if I want to be an architect because of the exact problems that we've been talking about, where it's like it's hard to feel like empowered as an architect now in most places, because your role is getting more and more reduced to someone who just gets things through planning, for example, or someone who makes things cheaper, or someone like there's a very huge disconnect between like the practice of architecture and the education, I think. So, I mean, what do I want to get out of doing it? At the moment, I'm just having fun learning and improving Blend. Like, honestly, Blender is my favorite part of architecture right now. 'Cause I just enjoy making images. There's something really satisfying about it. But yeah, I have got my goals in life. Architecture is virtually irrelevant. Like, it's such a small. I don't know. It's like it's a subject. I don't know. Yeah. This hut. That's my objective in life, and like I'm more interested in how like using architecture and architectural theory and thinking is a good way for me to understand the world that I live in and like the places I'm in and these things. Like, I think, yeah, what it gives me at the moment is more just like a way of looking at the world, as opposed to like, oh, I want to like I have this really specific desire to like build a specific building. Like I don't at the moment. I'd like to build a building at some point, but I don't know what it would be. I'd like to build my own house, but I think that's also a very general desire for a lot of people.
Enough for today. I think we gotta save some sauce for next time.
Depression Hours podcast, episode 1, complete.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you, movie, for sticking around, man. Thank you for all the good questions. No, movie, thank you so much. Yeah, honestly, I mean, we're in constant, not pain, but like we have thoughts, but have nowhere outside of this bubble to speak to other people about. Which, like, obviously, I totally don't want or need people to agree with me. I want, different ideas. So yeah, like just a conversation with other people. So, and it's great that we're so far apart, but we can talk in real time about these things. So, no, there's not at all a disturbance. We would love to hear your thoughts as well. So maybe next time we're gonna ask you, so you can think about what you think.
Topics of conversation.
Yeah.
Talk that is.
Yeah, we can have more of a topic next time, and we can ask you questions as well, and or even now if you want to respond, but I can ask you about your opinions on these things. Obviously we've heard a bit from you, and it's very, very great to get your opinion and see your render, see your work. Like, your work says a lot about you as well. Kind of where you are, what kind of stuff you do, if you enjoy doing it, yeah, all that stuff. So thank you very much for today. Did you guys enjoy that conversation? Anyone else? It's definitely people watching, I think.
Who's going?
We're just chatting shit. Can we get some likes on the video? Come on, guys.
Well, maybe I'll because who's going?
Food for thought.
Yeah. People I'm not that interested in. It's only like 5. No. Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, sure. It'll be fun. But I want to go if you are friends.
No way, Jake. Have you been around this whole time? Or did you just join? Because you just missed a huge segment. When we meet again, beers on me, tell my captain. Beers on movie. Oh, you just joined? Oh, damn. Me and Finn just did a whole ass podcast. Probably for at least half an hour. Finn basically went through his third year project and his fourth year project. So I definitely trimmed this down to be its own video, maybe. But damn, that was really good. So unexpected. Just when things happen at the right times.
All the answers are on the podcast.
Yeah, all the answers are on the podcast. But basically, he doesn't really make the sections in Blender. He draws them separately. Because he's a goat. He's got the limited time glitch. Works in ×2 speed. Time is relative, though, you see? Yeah. It's relative to your scope. Yeah. Jade, hope you're doing well, though. Lovely to see you. Should we make Finn do a Hogwarts house? He will be so good at it. Actually, he will be so much better than me. at making a Hogwarts house. Thatch roof, that thing is right down his valley. He will make a bomb Hogwarts house. His buildings already look Hogwarts. Don't you guys think? Imagine what he could design. Oh my god. Guys, donate me some money so I can pay Finn to do this.
And then like I know, like I want it to be suspended. I know kind of unofficial language.
Yeah, Finn will be absolutely perfect for Hogwarts. Not like me. Unlike the garbage I created.
Yeah, sure, but I think so. But I don't know if they'll care that much. Well, I don't know. What did they ask you for? Like,
Come on, Jake, you at the gym? Yeah, movie, right? He'll be perfect. He starts leading to make a podcast video. Yeah. I mean, I hope the podcast will be okay, but yeah. I never thought of myself as a podcast person. But then I think of myself as a streaming person. Here I am, loving it.
Questions I'm asking. How does geopolitics influence the development of Kmoney?
I'm gonna try this again. Can we get a W Fin in the chat? Please. W Fin in the chat. I will start. Finn needs to do the Hogwarts house, you're goddamn right. Right? I think you'll be perfect. Thanks, Kev, for thought, and so sorry. No, movie, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your amazing questions. See, but now I'm like, should I not learn Rhino? Because like our projects are like a month long, haha. But I started learning Blender and it's quite fun. Hello, boss. Yeah, Blender is nice. You should definitely learn Blender. I told you. If you want to be like Finn, you gotta learn Blender. If you want to make a nice Hogwarts house, for sure. Can I do a podcast with my prof? I could, but like I need to look. So I definitely could, but I need to know that there's enough people, or I need to tell. They need to know that there's enough people that want them to be doing a podcast. Because if I'm just asking them, they'll be like, like I don't care enough about like making a video just because you're telling me to. But if I can show them like, oh, this many people are asking for it, then I think there's a chance. Because profs are busy people, you know. They won't just do it for me. They'll do it for if a lot of people are asking for it. If I pay them. But it's very difficult because first of all they are worried about their image, I guess. Most of them are very worried about that. Second of all, they don't use social media like we do, so they don't understand it. Therefore, they're scared of it. But like my tutors know I stream and I know that I make videos and stuff, and they're very supportive of it. They always make jokes and stuff. But obviously, you wouldn't see them commenting on one of my streams because I don't know. I guess they would feel like it's below. Not below, I guess, not in that way, but like it makes you take them less seriously, you know.
I do.
But if a lot of people are asking for it, and if I have a huge stream, then I'm sure they will take it more seriously. So I think I just need to focus on growing my channel a bit and stuff. I'm gonna continue my Blender toots. I shall check you soon. All right, Jake. Good luck, man. I'm very excited for you. You're gonna be so much better at modeling than I am. So good luck, man.